Hi everyone, my name is Farul Prashar and today is the second video of the series Creating a Web Page Using HTML and CSS. In the previous video, we used HTML to create a contact us form and today we are going to enhance and add advancements to it using CSS in our VS Code editor. So let's get straight into the computer screen and let's get started. So we are back into our code editor and here first of all to add CSS we are going to link CSS style sheet in our code editor. So we add CSS style sheet in our head. So how do we add it? We write link style sheet and href we are going to create a style sheet that is stylesheet.css. So we're done with it. We will click on follow link and a style sheet will be created for us. So this is our CSS style sheet. We're going to enter our CSS code in this part. So let's recheck our website or our contact form, like what does it look like at this point. So this is our contact us form that we created last time. Now we are going to enhance it by adding margins, padding, color, borders and other elements. Let's see how can we enhance it using CSS. So let me explain you how we are going to think about the logic of using CSS in our style sheet. First of all, we can see over here we have few parts. We have contact us, which is the heading. Then we have a name box, then we have a grade, we have section, and then after that we have admission number and enter your doubts. We also have a submit and a reset button. So we will divide it into some parts. First of all, we are going to modify the contact us. So basically, being a good developer or being a good coder, we need to learn some basic rules. So what we usually do in the beginning of our style sheet is we design some predefined rules for our entire program and we write it using asterisk. Asterisk means that whatever code we are going to write it in this block will be applied to the entire code, that entire web page that is written over here. So let's see, what if I write here margin 0 pixels, then padding also 0, then I'll do border also 0. When we do like this, it means that we are defining some elements. Like this means that I do not want any margin, I do not want any border. At a particular point in the website where I want it, I will add it in the next elements. But in the beginning, I do not want any predefined set or any predefined thing to be applied to my web page. Let's see what does it look like. So again, we are going live. See now, we have done zero margins, zero borders, zero padding, and everything zero. And as a result of it, the borders around these things are all gone. So now we are going to edit these things and see how we are going to do that. Let's get back. Now let's understand further. We have our body. Let's create a div. You know what a div actually is? A div is no element. It is not a heading or anything. It is just, you can say, a parenthesis to enclose a particular code into it. When we write a div, it has no physical significance, but it groups together the code which is written in it. So I'm going to write create a div over here. So I will write here div dot full page and press enter. A div is created. I'll paste it at the end. So my div is created. Now I will start adding some CSS into this div. Dot full page. Now you might be wondering, what is this dot? What is this asterisk? Let me give a bit of clarity. Asterisk means the elements like margin, padding, and border, which is written in this part, are applied to the entire body in the entire code written in HTML. We use dot notation in front of class names. So since full page is a class, we're using a dot notation. So what do we actually want? We want a margin of say 20 pixels. Then I want a border of say 1.5 pixel solid black. Let's run this part. we got a border of 1.5 pixel, and we got a margin also from the left and top as well. See, yeah, from the right also. So now let's go to the next part. I think this contact us needs to be at the center, and then a little highlighted text. I think we can change its background color also, and then we can change the text color also a bit. So let's work on contact us now. We are going to create a class name for contact us in this part. Then we have a contact us. We can give a class name in h2 tag. We can give h2 tag as the class name. Then going on style sheet, I'll write here again dot h2 tag. So what we're going to do in this is we are going to change the font family. I've already seen this, so I'm going to take it sans serif. Then I'm going to increase the text size as well. So font size, I'm going to keep it large. So let's see first how does large looks like. Then I wanted it to be in the center. So align items center. We are also going to take justify content space evenly. So space evenly. Yeah. Now we are also going to add display flex. So what does flex do is that it creates bring things in the center. You will learn it more if you go to MDN references. See, if you go like this and MDN reference, click on open, and you will understand what is the functioning of different things. Like they're going to teach over here, or everything is written clearly on this website. What does display block means, display inline block, then none, and all other things. So as far this video is concerned, I think I don't have time enough to share all those things, but maybe I'll cover it in the next parts of the video. But let's check this part now. Saving it, and let's go and contact us. Refresh the page. See, now our contact us came in between, but one thing, it looks so small, right? So we are going to increase its size. I think large is not good, so we're going to keep it to larger. Let's save and see again. It is again, it has its size has increased, but not so much. So I'll give it a number size, maybe of say first let's check 25 pixels. See, these things are just hit and trial. The more you try it, the more you're going to be perfect in it. So better you keep on trying. You cannot just guess on your own like what size would suit. Like, see, like contact us at 35 pixels is so good. If you want its color to be red or maybe something else, you can change. So I'm changing the color to red. Let's see how does it look like. See, it is now red. Let's keep it red for the time being. Later on, we will change if we need. Then we can add a background color. Background color. Let's see which one suits. Let's keep it brown. See, I think I'll keep this color as black and this as gray. So this is done. Let's see if how does it look like finally. Yeah, this seems to be good. Then one thing which you can see in this code editor in this website part, that we need some space after this, right? Now see, this has shifted a bit. We can increase the margin to 30. Yeah, this is done. Now let's get back. Now in the next part, what we are going to do is modify these name grade section. For this, what we can do is that we can create another div and group these sections as well. So I'm going to create a div with the name of div sections, and I'm going to paste it at the end. I'm not going to include the submit buttons this time. So I have a div. This time we're going to give margin and padding to the sections. So padding of say 20 pixel, margin 20 pixels. Then we can give a background color as well. Background color, I want it to be a little light. So I'll take it gray, but then I'll shift its opacity. Let's see what does it look like. Okay, I need to save the HTML file as well. So see, this is our website looking presently. This seems untidy because it's too short and not of enough size. So let's add some more elements into it. I think we need to lighten this color more. So I'll decrease the opacity even more. Let's see now. Um, yeah, this seems to be better. Now moving on to the next part. Now we are going to modify these internal elements, this name, grade, section, and these parts. So first of all, one thing which we can understand is that name, grade, section, admission number, and entered outs are similar elements. If I'm going to increase the size of name, then I need to increase of grade, section, and other things as well. So whatever piece of characteristic is going to be applied to one element, the same is going to be shifted to the other element as well. So we're going to create a similar type of code for all of these elements. First of all, let me bring this name into title case so that it does not look odd. So one thing which we can do over here is that in this input tag, we can create a class. But wait, one more thing which we can do is that in this section, we can increase the font size. So let's first increase the font size. Last time we chose it to be 35 pixels. So this time I think 25 pixels would work on for this part. Let's save it. Save the HTML file as well and see. Yeah, this has increased in size, but this is again too long. I think we can decrease a bit of size, maybe up to 17 pixels. Let's see now. 20 would be fine. 120 is so much. Yeah, so 20. Yeah, this seems to be pretty good. Now let's move on to these parts. You can see this enter, name, select, grade, and these things are very small. So for this part, we are going to create a class in each of these input tags with the class name, mid. Let me copy paste it everywhere. What's happening over here? A common mistake that happens is we do not understand the difference between margin and padding. So let me explain it in a better way. Padding is giving internal spaces, but margin is like giving external spaces. I gave you padding, so name, enter name got some spaces inside this box. I gave you padding, so enter name got some spaces within the box. But if I would have entered margin over here, then this box would have got some extra space from other elements which are present outside this box. So let's add margin. So another thing which we can do over here is that we are going to create similar kind of an element of margin. Then add margin again of 3 pixels. Save it again and then add this margin in all the name, grade and other things along with padding. Let's save it and see what does it look like. See, we got some spaces or some margin in between. Now, if you want to add some more styling, what you can do in this part is create a black border around these boxes. So we're going to use the same trick again, and over here we're going to create an element of dot border, which will have a border 2 pixels solid. I guess 1 pixel would be fine, or 1.5 pixel solid gray. Let's save it. Add entire border in these sections. Now this time we are also going to add it in the submit button as well. Create a class border. Here also I'm going to copy paste the same thing. Then I'm going to take this border and paste it at every other thing present over here. Let's save it and see. We got a very decent border around these things as well. If you wanted, you can bring it around name, and I'll tell you what you have to do about for this. You're going to add you're going to bring this entire border in these section class. So I'll show you what will happen if I do like this. So a border is created. See, a very beautiful border is created around our submit and reset button also. Now we are going to work upon our submit and reset button. We are going to bring them in the center. So let's group them together. We are going to create a div for just these two things. So dot div buttons, or simply dot buttons. We have created a div. We're going to group these two things together, and then what we can do is that in these element of buttons, we are going to write display flex. Save. So another thing which we can do over here is that we are going to create similar kind of an element of margin. Then add margin again of 3 pixels. Save it again, and then add this margin in all the name, grade, and other things along with padding. Let's save it and see what does it look like. See, we got some spaces or some margin in between. Now, if you want to add some more styling, what you can do in this part is create a black border around these boxes. So we're going to use the same trick again, and over here we're going to create an element of dot border, which will have a border 2 pixels solid. I guess 1 pixel would be fine, or 1.5 pixel solid gray. Let's save it. Add entire border in these sections. Now this time we are also going to add it in the submit button as well. Create a class border. Here also I'm going to copy paste the same thing. Then I'm going to take this border and paste it at every other thing present over here. Let's save it and see. We got a very decent border around these things as well. A very beautiful border is created around our submit and reset button also. Now we are going to work upon our submit and reset button. We are going to bring them in the center. So let's group them together. We are going to create a div for just these two things. So dot div buttons or simply dot buttons. We have created a div. We are going to group these two things together. So here we are going to add a buttons element and right here display flex. Then align item center justify content space evenly. Similarly, I will increase the font size as well, larger than font family sans serif. I'm also going to increase the font weight to make it little bold. I think let's see 2 pixels at this point. Then later on we'll see if we need to. First, let's give it 200 only. Later on we'll see. After that, I will add some padding in between the buttons. No, but I don't think we're going to add it in the buttons itself. Let's save it and run it. So our buttons are separated. The size and font weight is so small that we cannot even see it. So let's keep it to 30 pixels and see how does it look. Let's save the HTML also. Not enough great, right? So one thing is that I'll add this buttons over here and then I'll see the difference. Like what does it look like? See, the submit and the reset button have increased in size. Now let me decrease the size to 20 pixels. Font weight, let me increase it to 500 pixels to make it little bold. This seems to be good. Let me increase, let me add over here padding as well. Let's save it. Save this part as well. And now, okay, great. So I'll add some width of say 50 pixels initially. I'll see how does it look. Okay, I need to increase it. Let me increase it to 100 pixels. Okay, 100 pixels. Let me make it to 200 pixels. Let's see. Yeah, this seems to be pretty good. Now I need to separate these things. I need to separate it over here. So I'll keep it to be but and that buttons. So I'll copy paste this entire code and write it in but. So I will add a margin and padding in this but part so that the buttons get separated. Let me save both things and run them. So see, the buttons are already separated and this contact us forms seems to be so good than what it was before. And you can see the power of CSS. This is just a basic contact us form. We have not added much things in this part till now. Like if you're going to create a website, you're going to add images, you're going to add borders, you're going to highlight all the things. But for this part, this is very simple and it's like a very basic thing. So if you're able to create these things, you can definitely move on to the difficult parts as well. But if you're a beginner, then creating a contact us form should be your first preference because even when I started my coding, this was the first thing I created. So I'll show you that also if you want, like what it was when I created it. So as you can see, this is the first web page or a website or a simple HTML based form that I created for the first time. Wrote their name and this asterisk detail. So these things are what I learned over the time. By I learned it basically by practicing the code and again, and you too can do it. This time we have added CSS. If you like the video, do comment down below and hit the like button. If you want more such content, stay tuned to my channel and I'll meet you in the next one. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.